Well, good morning. It's a little early for me to be doing a video, but I'll upload this later today. So today's video is sort of an M2 madness inspired by a couple of factors. Number one, the very generous gift box from Diecastrum a few weeks ago that I am still slowly doling out, opening up some cars and debating whether I should open others at all because of their potential. I don't know. I don't really collect for value, but whatever. They're rarity. I don't understand them enough to open them yet. But also because I was talking to my brother Bob, and I was asking him, "Oh, what do you want to see?" And there's one car in particular right there out in front that he wants to see. So that's two factors, and then the third factor is I went food shopping this morning, and I ran over to Walmart because Walmart hasn't had anything in 2 months. I mean, not even mainline Hot Wheels and Matchbox. Well, today they had some stuff. And so they had some M2s that I will be opening. I didn't get a lot, but before I get to the M2 madness, Mike Dyson from Louisiana. I'm going to put my email in the description. You had mentioned this. Send me your mailing address. Okay? And then there'll be a small package for you. Okay? So Mike Dyson, and if Mike doesn't see this, hey, somebody, I know you guys, I know a couple of you guys have his email address. Send Mike an email and CC me if you have my email address. And say, hey, Mike, Joe wanted your mailing address. Will you respond to his email? Blah blah blah. Because just because that's what we do in this diecast community. I mean, I got an email from a whole lot of Zap the other day saying that he was sending me a surprise from CRA Diecast down in Australia. And of course, the other day the video was that beautiful Shell gas set from my friend Sal of Sal's Diecast Odyssey, and I've sent out some boxes, and I had that wonderful, still generous gift from Diecastrum, and I've received some. So I guess that's what we do is, we talk, we interact with each other, and every now and then we all send each other a car or two, or in case of Diecastrum 30, or in case of Sol 30. I mean, geez. So yeah. So I mean, we all say it, and I think we all mean it. It is just half the fun of this is, I mean, of course, buying the cars, opening them up, and talking about them, but then the interaction with one another and the realization that we have friends in places that that we more than likely will never be able to go in our lifetime. I have quite a few friends from Australia, New Zealand, and Tasmania. Fex Death, Casey, CRA, Tyrone of Ultimate Diecast and Building the Ultimate Matchbox Collection, Casey of 3D Metal Mania, Fex Death, CRA, that would be Chris. All these from Australia. Kibo from Indonesia. Ron from the Philippines. Ron's Muscle Car Diecast. Romania Diecastrum. Belgium Chasing Diecast Cars. Paul Sparky up in Germany. All these fellas and gals. B's Diecast. Mike Dyson, Gary over there in San Francisco, Mike Dyson in Louisiana, David of Twice down there in Alabama, 2A HD Cat down there in South Carolina. Let's see, we've got Diecast Clown and a whole lot of Zepp in Pennsylvania, Matchbox Man upstate New York, all these people all over the place. I'm sure there's somebody with a diecast channel up in the North Pole, and we just haven't found that person yet, but we will. And we all interact, and I think that's just one of the amazing fun things about this. So, before I get into the M2s, this is so my local Walmart had never sold Johnny Lightning. and I was actually able to get boogie vans. And I'm not that into vans, but I always wanted this era of Ford van. This is the 1975 Ford Econoline van from the boogie vans, and this is like some sort of surfer with the rainbow tie-dye. And the only thing that I would not have seen, around here in New York would be this rainbow tie-dye, but the rest, the blue and the silver and the orange, in the 70s and into the early 80s, you would have seen these with side pipes and mag wheels. So this is kind of cool. I'm not going to open this today. That'll be a future video. I know there's always these future video. I tease something and I don't show it for a month or two, but I mean, it's part of the business, guys. Business, listen to me. So first I'll show the ones that I'm not going to open today. One that I've opened in the past was this Concierge. This M2 Auto Drivers, this color chase of the 1950 Studebaker 2R truck is beautiful, but I am not going to open this today. I was talking to my brother and I said, oh, I'll open it tomorrow. But again, because I just don't know if this is very rare, or if this, so it'll stay on the card. Because I wouldn't want this to get lost in some case. This is one of those things, because it's a chase, I probably won't take it off the base and put it like a Hot Wheels cabinet or anything. And actually, I have two friends that actually own Studebakers in real life. So I'm thinking of passing this on to them, because they are my best friends and they own a 1957 Studebaker Silverhawk and a 1963 Avanti. Oh, and I didn't respond in email, but the Quirky Garage 1999, I don't have an Avanti in my diecast collection yet, but eventually I will get the Johnny Lightning Classic Gold. They have a casting, and I think they actually have a color variation that is the color that my friend David has. So eventually, I don't run out to get everything at once. I will run out and get something unique once to get an example of the brand, and then eventually I'll get. It's as if I have the need to get everything right away. And yeah, eventually I will get the Gulf Land Cruiser Defender 110, but not right now. And you know who I'm talking to. I'm not going to say. So I'm not going to open up the comp cams, and I'm not going to open up this beautiful chase, this 1970 Ford Torino Cobra, which is another Auto Drivers. It's the color chase, so it's this pink and white. Because again, I think that these type of vehicles, these chases, they need the packaging to some degree for context. So what does that mean I'm going to open? Well, I'm going to open up these other ones. And so first we'll just run through and then we'll open up. So I'm going to bring the boxes forward, show you through the boxes, pause the camera, then take them off the bases so you can see. So the first one is one that Bob requested, and that is this 1957 Ford Fairlane 500 from Auto-Authentics. This is beautiful. I had mentioned that there was a family connection with this. And we'll do the whole looking for show that off real quick. This is limited to 5,800 pieces worldwide. Copyright 2017. So that should be very cool when we open that. And here is one that I have had for well over a month that I was waiting to open this one up. And so I'll do a little bitching about, not about this, but why I was waiting. So I was waiting to open this one up because it is a Fox Body Mustang. It is a 1987 Ford Mustang GT Custom in a beautiful green with Ford Performance graphics. I ordered the special RLC, Hot Wheels RLC Fox Body Mustang. And, I expected it to get it in a month or two. I ordered it in May. It is almost September. The last email I got from them, they said that it may come next year. So I will not be buying another RLC membership next year. Don't get me wrong, I will still continue to buy Mattel products occasionally, but I am done with the RLC and with this false scarcity bullshit that drives up the cost for mediocre cars. And I'm sorry for the Mattel Hot Wheels purists, but that's what it is. I can get better vehicles for lower prices. Rant. So this one I found today. And you know me, I love Shelby's, and I said to myself, I don't need another 1965 Shelby GT 350R, but apparently I do. Because I mean, I just got another Shelby GT 350 from Sol, the white with the red stripes in that beautiful shell set. I have a couple of Mustangs. I mean, geez, there's going to be 3 Fords, 2 Mustangs open today. And then this last one may be a surprise to some of my fans because it's a car I love to make fun of. But it's also a cool casting. And that is this M2 1985 Chevy Camaro Iroc Z. This is, this is not a driver's seat because it's got opening hood, but I don't think it has opening doors. So I'm not sure which series it is. So let's take a look. Iroc Z, M2, today's Chevrolet 36 years later, and this is a new casting, copyright 2021. I think it's a new casting. I don't know when they originally came out with these Camaros. I think I've only seen them maybe the last year or so, but then again, I've only really been collecting this last year or so. So we're going to open all of these up. So I'll take them out of the boxes and unscrew them from the bases, and then I'll put the camera back on. All right? So I'm going to try and remember the order they're sitting. Well, you know what? We'll look at them in this order. We'll look at the Fairlane first, the Shelby, then the Iroc, and then the Mustang. Okay, so all screws and bases disconnected. Let's take a look at these 4 beauties. So we're going to start with this 1957 Ford Fairlane 500. And this is a beautiful, here through the camera it looks like brown and beige almost, but without the camera, I mean, with my bare eyes, it looks like it's coral or pink and brown with I think you can see the gold here. So sometimes the cameras don't pick up the full range of color. This one has opening doors and hood, so I'll be very careful. And I can see some very nice details on this right off the start. All right, so I'm not gonna force this door all the way open, but so open hood. So I used to build these 57 Fords as 1/24th scale models as a kid. So I remember that this has the Y block V8. Oh my God, I can't forget the display. I can't remember the displacement of it. 1957 Y block. 292 cubic inch Y block V8. This is a nice engine. The hood is open. Let's see if it goes down. And that hood went down nicely, so it'll probably never open again. Inserted lens headlights, nice chrome grille and bumper. The turn signals there are not painted. I could do that, but it's a minor thing. The large white wall tires are period correct, and they look great here. The trim, the door handles, the vent windows all look nice. I love M2 actually took the time to do two-tone seats, because Ford would have done two-tone seats on this. And all the Tampo chrome around the windows. Let's see what this says. M2. So that's done in the style of like the California. Well, actually, I say California, but actually all of the states. Car clubs. If you go to if you're in the United States and you go to car cruises, well, I mean, actually, even in Japan and other countries where American cars are popular, you'll see that type of thing. That'll be the club logo in the back window. So they've done a nice job. Look at that. They even did some nice details on the interior door panels. Nice lens taillights. They did a nice job with that trunk, the V, 1957 on the plate, chrome bumper. This is metal body, metal base. We're gonna close these doors gently. Yep. And yeah, so this is beautiful. Now, no side mirrors, but I don't care about that. It's nice that some companies do, but it's not a must. The Fairlane 500 script there, and it is script. It is, yeah, Fairlane 500. To my eye, that seems a little oversized, but maybe so it's legible, and that's not a ding. That's fine. It says Fairlane. Does it? I think it says Fairlane there. Maybe when I see it, oh, hold on. I can zoom in. I zoom in. I think it says Fairlane there. So, oh, look at the chrome hood ornament. So this is very nice. Thank you, Dan. This is a very, very nice. So, is that copyright 2017? Crestline, made in China. And of course, Crestline being the parent company of, is it Crestline or Castline? You know what? Hold on, just real quick, because Castline. I'm sorry, Castline. 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 So this is a very nice model. And you know, my brother might. Well, we only have black and white photos, but I wonder. My brother might know what color the one my mother and father drove. I mean, not that we were born, but you know, we've seen them in pictures. So next in line is this beautiful 1965 Shelby Gt5, a GT350R. So this is metal body, metal base. It's got a little too much metal flake in the paint. These Mustangs would not have had metal flake. It's got BP for British Petroleum there. What does it have here? Shelby Racing Team, which would have been legitimate. Carroll Shelby symbol. These wheels look appropriate except for the color, but that's a minor thing. It looks like the door opens on this. So the interior looks to be just black. Taillights are painted, the fuel filler and the GT350 badge. Bumper delete because this is a racing vehicle. Let's see, since it's a racing, this door is going to give me a little problem, so I'm not going to bother forcing it. Some nice, you know, striping and graphics on the side. And the hood opens, okay. You can see hood pins there. And let's see. So they've done a fairly decent job there. This looks like an original 289 cubic inch. So this is a period correct. You can tell by the air cleaner. I know that's a minor detail for you guys. The grill chrome surround. The inserted headlights, and they actually look to be a little bit of like a yellow tint. So which is fine. I mean, it almost makes like this should be shipped over to Europe for racing over there, because this would not be street legal for the time in the United States. Yeah, we always see like old movies from Europe or that take place in Europe. Most famously, the French film A Man and a Woman, I believe is the name of it. I don't expect me to know the French name of it. And it's just beautiful, and it's got that iconic music. Where this couple, you know, it follows the story of a couple over like a period of a year, and he drives what at the time was a brand new Mustang. And I believe in that movie they had the yellow lights on that Mustang. I really should have looked that up. But so this is a beautiful model, but I will have to do my little picky thing another day about all my 65 Mustangs and see which one nailed it. And I mean, I'm sure it's going to be Shelby Collectibles, but maybe not. Could be Greenlight. So now we're going to get to this 1985 Chevy Iroc, and let's see. All right, yeah. For this one, we're going to do a special. We're going to crack open this. So one of these was sent to me as a gift by Whole Lotta Zepp, I believe. Or no, was it Diecast Clown? Oh my God. I'll have to come back to that. Well, but I was able to actually find a couple of these in the wild. So I have one, and it was that it was that video where it's not in my best form. I think I used bad language. Or maybe I didn't. It's been a while. So this is the Hot Wheels casting, which is pretty cool. I mean, you know, it's very basic, but hey, there we go. So now this is the M2, metal body, metal base, 2020 copyright, 1985 Camaro used under license. It's got very skinny drag racing front runners, and it's got treaded slicks in a narrowed rear end. I'll tell you what, M2 did an excellent job on these taillights. The colors are correct. The texture looks good. The plate says in 1989, at least it's not blank. The rear hatch is smoked, but not completely blacked out. And it's got a pretty cool Chevrolet graphic there in the background, which you would have seen at the drag races. You know, some guys would have done that. So LSX twin turbo. Okay, so this is a modern twin turbo modified car. And hey, wow, you can see the twin turbos there in the lower grille. The headlights, the hood is ajar, so we'll open up that in the middle in a minute. The doors do not open on that casting, which is fine. The interior looks to be a lot of black, but I tell you what, I think I see, yeah, there is a roll cage in there. So the wonderful thing about M2 is they're screwed together and you can take them apart, and if you wanted to, you can paint all that for details. I probably won't, but I could if I wanted to. So, and M2, yeah. So there are the intake tubes from each of the turbos. I don't see the intercoolers, but I mean, it's so small. And there is the intake runners there and the intake manifold. So this is a twin turbo LS V8. So this is very cool. And the hood does close all the way. Goodyear tires, blacked out rims. Very nice. Not bad for a Chevy. You just do what you do. I know. And then an LSX twin turbo will be a phenomenally fast car. They drop these, they LS swap into everything, into Miatas, into everything. Because they are so easily modified, so lightweight engines, they're very good. So then here we come to this 87 Ford Mustang GT Custom. Now, this is my fourth Fox body Mustang from M2. I almost forgot to mention, so the Camaro does have molded mirrors as part of the doors. There's no silver paint, but, you know, these M2s are not that expensive. This was $5.97 at Walmart this morning. So for $6, I don't expect perfect. I expect damn good, and these are damn good. And for the most part, I will say M2 is a pretty decent brand. Where you get into problem is opening doors and to some degree hoods, but definitely doors. I prefer the auto drivers where nothing opens, but I'll take an opening hood. So here we go with the 87 Mustang. This is like a Kelly green. It's got the aftermarket, the Ford Performance with the Cobra Jet. So this is, again, a twin turbo 5.0. Firestone rims, blacked out wheels. So again, I hate to be critical, but in reality, these taillights are not as done as well as the Camaro because these are inserted lens taillights and they have the cheese grater effect. But in reality, the cheese graters would have like plastic grids over the taillights that are body colored. So you'd see less, when the lights are on, you'd see more of them, but when they're off, you'd see a little bit of body colored, and that's very tough to reproduce in 1/64th scale. This rear wing is actually an early 90s design. I mean, they all had a variation of this wing, but this, well, I could be wrong. But it's got the third mounted stoplight, which is appropriate for 1987. Mirrors, but no silver paint. The interior, but no roll bar. Now, the Camaro has a roll bar, and this is definitely meant for drag racing. All the black trim around the window is actually correct. It would not have been chrome, it would have been black. They did a decent job on these rear windows. This is a GT body kit. Nice inserted headlights and painted fog lights. Good Ford badge. So it's twin turbo. Now I have, as I said, I have that Father's Day set, so I know what to expect when I open this up. It should, well, if I can, there we go. And there is an air intake there, and there's it. So it's a shame they didn't do as much paint detail on the Ford twin turbo as they did on the Chevy. And you guys think I'm just going to beat up on Chevy. I am. So these two, the Camaro and the Mustang, are both twin turbo, modern. So this is the type of thing you would see on Street Outlaws on TV, or a number of these TV shows. These two would be barreling down a quarter mile at you with that high-pitched turbo scream. And, they'd be 9-second cars. Maybe even 8-second cars. They'd be phenomenal. So this is a really nice duo to have together. And I will screw them back to the base, and I will, display them next to each other. Yes, I will have a Chevy on the same shelf as a Ford. So I guess now what I have to do is sort of backtrack now and look for a good early Camaro casting from M2 to get eventually. Not again, just making notes for the future. I will get a 1970 Camaro RSSS if M2 makes one, and either 67, 68, or 69. Don't know. I'll see what's available in the upcoming months. I'm actually going to slow down a little on some of this premium spending, and just because it's that time of year where things slow down as far as like overtime and so forth. So to those in the path of Ida, hunker down and be safe. Mike, you've mentioned that you're northern Louisiana and that you're less likely to get impacted by winds, but there will be torrential flooding. Hopefully you're high ground. David, over there in Alabama, you're close to the Gulf Coast. I don't know how far you personally are, but we all remember Katrina. Just be safe, my friends. All right. Wow, this is almost 30 minutes long. So like, share, subscribe, comment down below. You can't make everybody happy. Let's hope I made some of you guys happy. Mike, hit me up with that email. Thanks.